Hello everyone, what is going on? Raven here, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking a little bit of a review about Halloween Ends. Now, when you first open up the movie, and yes, by the way, this is spoilery, we get to a kid named Corey. And he is babysitting a child in Haddonfield who's scared by the murder all around the town. But he decides to play a prank on Corey, who is his babysitter. Locks him in the attic. Now this kid and his parents live in a giant house. So keep that in mind. He's locked in the very top of the house. Okay? And I think we all pretty much guess it, since it is a Halloween movie, we guess what happens. Results... Corey, not liking the fact that he's locked in there. He's beating down the door, trying to kick the door in. And unfortunately, that leads to a horrible accident, which leaves the child dead. Now, it does not show how he made it out from being in prison, or at least long-term prison. It never says anything about the fact he was convicted as not guilty, or that it was purely an accident. I mean, he's clearly out in the world right now. He is, living a life. Now, Lori, 3 years later, is working on her memoir and living with her granddaughter, Allison, which, as you all remember, at the end of Halloween Kills, Judy, her daughter, is killed by Michael. Now Corey, he's bullied by a bunch of bad guys in a marching band, and he's pushed over like a bridge of some sort down to where a bunch of homeless people live. However, he is pulled into the sewer by Michael. At least we think by Michael Myers. And if not, then just by someone that wanted to leave him for Michael so that Michael wouldn't kill the homeless people. So either way, Michael starts to choke out Corey, but he doesn't kill him. Why is that? Could that be because of the fact that he sees that Corey murdered a child, much like how Michael murdered children? Is it the fact that he saw that in Corey's mind, because of the way the town was treating him, that he was perfect to help? We don't know for sure why Michael let him live and let him help. We don't know. Since Michael Myers doesn't talk, ever, we will never know the reason why, okay? And that's okay. We don't need to know the reason why. We just need to know that this is what happens. And now Corey, who needed glasses in the beginning of the movie, now all of a sudden, after staring into Michael Myers' eyes, no longer needs glasses. Let's keep that in mind. Now together they release a whole bunch of violence onto Haddonfield. So the way it is described is that Corey ends up being infected by Michael Myers' evil. However, Corey and Allison start to get together, and Allison does not see the fact that he is dwelling deeper and deeper into evil, into darkness. It is her grandmother Lori that sees it and says, you really shouldn't be with him, but then they try to run away together. Corey does tell Allison that he murdered someone after the accident. He says, I murdered someone. And Allison still accepts that. And accepts him. And accepts the fact that even though he murdered, first it was an accident. It was proven to be an accident, even though the kid's mother will never see it that way. But now he did it just to do it. He didn't say, oh, it was an accident, I murdered a guy. He is now dwelling deeper and deeper into evil. He is actually bringing people to Michael for Michael to kill so he could regenerate, which is kind of what they show, he kind of like fidgets a little bit after he kills someone because it's like he's regenerating. And it's been a few years. So the fact that from when he was like, you know, almost killed by the town, and he was almost blown up before that, or with that, I'm trying to do some of that older stuff by memory. But basically, it takes this long, multiple years later, for him to regenerate fully. Now, Corey ends up going even more psycho. And he starts now he wants to go after Laurie. And Corey convinces Allison that, hey, let's leave town. But before they go, because he's now basically laid and standing her up, he's going to go kill Laurie. Now, at this point, it kind of looks like Laurie might commit suicide, which is a horrible thing. But she doesn't. And she aims her gun because after she shoots the pumpkins, she aims the gun at the person behind Michael's mask because Corey steals Michael's mask to go on a killing spree. Okay? And he kills those kids from the band. Horrible deaths, all four of them. And I don't want to spoil too much. But anyway, so the two start fighting. She shoots him. And then realizes, yeah, it was Corey. But then Corey does something crazy. So Laurie says, go ahead and kill me. You want to do it? Do it. However, he doesn't kill her. He goes after. He just sits there, smiles and starts laughing maniacally. And right before Allison, because she realized that he might have gone there to look for her, just sees the aftermath. Corey stabs himself in the throat with the blade he was trying to use. And, you know, he dies. But when Allison walks in, she sees Laurie holding the blade because Laurie thought it would be a good idea to pull the blade out of his neck. So now it makes her look guilty. So she blames Laurie. She never sees the fact that Michael's mask is right there next to him, which I don't see how you wouldn't see that. Anyways, Allison gets a phone call and says, just so you know, we're trying to find Laurie, your grandmother, because she left a suicide note because, you know, the friend was a police guy. He was in the other movie. So she goes rushing back, only to realize that not only is Michael Myers in that house, but he's trying to strangle her. So, I mean, while Laurie does put up a fight, you could tell that she wasn't fighting as well as I think she normally would have. I don't know if it's just because, you know, swinging things around like that is just harder to do anymore, which is totally possible. Or it's just maybe she didn't fully recover from her wounds. Who knows? But I will say this. Allison basically dislocates Michael's elbow joint by the looks of it. And they kill Michael. The police come running into the house, which, little spoiler alert, also a side note, it looks like the house that Laurie and Allison are living in kind of look like the house from the Charmed Ones, the original TV show. Slightly different color and slightly shorter driveway and things like that, but essentially the shape of the house looks very similar. Just my thought, you don't have to agree with me. Continuing on, so everyone says that's Michael because they follow the bloodshed. They see Corey dead on the ground. They go into the kitchen, they see a man, you know, with blades in his hands holding him to the table, just dead. And the guy from the other movie says that's Michael. It's Michael. So, ending of the movie spoilers. They carry Michael's body to the top of Laurie and Allison's car. I'm thinking that's more Allison's car, if I remember correctly, because they have more than one vehicle there, obviously. So they use the top of Allison's car to take Michael's body, and he is literally destroyed. So that says, everybody, he cannot come back. Because there's no more Michael Myers' body. His body is destroyed. Now, is this something that could say that maybe his soul ends up in another individual and they're going to do a spinoff? Who knows? It says Halloween Ends, which I think, yeah, Michael Myers is dead. Now, will the creators of the Halloween franchise, will they leave it alone? Maybe for a while, and then maybe in the future they'll do it again. They will come after, they will remake this, I think, eventually. Now, you guys, if you've seen the movie, let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. I like the movie. I really do. I thought it was a good movie. Obviously, the fact that he kind of made Corey not need glasses anymore and things of that nature, I think might have been a little too magic-y for Michael Myers movies. But the way that they showed Michael Myers before when he was in the mental institution is what I'm going to call it. It showed that when he and his mask affect those that are unstable in the mind. So I think that's the route that they were going towards. They just did not get to really explain that, I think, as well as they should have. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section down below. I'm trying to do more than just Disney video games for you guys. Let me know what you think of the movie. Now, I think I'm also going to do a review on the Hocus Pocus 2. Like I said, overall, I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. I do think that it was slightly a little too much, like, magically inclined like that. And I feel like that part of, his evil going into Corey, while it kind of makes sense, it also kind of doesn't make sense. But, it was still a good movie. I have nothing really against it. Do we wish it was more? The only thing that I would say I really did not really like about the movie is the fact that I feel like Michael Myers wasn't in it as much as he should have been. It seems like he let Corey take up his mantle. Which, if Corey didn't die, he could have become the new Michael Myers. And I think that would have been an interesting concept to have maybe Corey defeat Michael in a way where Michael couldn't come back and then Laurie face off against the new Michael. But they did it the way they did. I'm not going to complain. Obviously, it's a Michael Myers slasher movie. There's no complaining about that. Like I said, let me know what you guys think of this video today. Let me know what you think of the movie in the comment section down below. And I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!